dog's name is Athena. She is 5. She turned 5 Christmas Eve. And she is a Pitbull, but specifically a Staffy Boxer American Terrier mix. Some struggles we faced when we first came here was, well, Athena first of all was a rescue, so we didn't get her until she was about 2 years old. And she was surrendered, and the family that surrendered her left reasons why they surrendered her, but they didn't seem very truthful. So we spent a lot of time in the beginning just trying to make her comfortable. In the shelter, she was very shaky and wouldn't sit down, wouldn't relax. So the first few weeks to a month, it was trying to get her comfortable, and then we started to see her personality and realized she was more of a reactive dog. We went to multiple places to try to fix that, and one place we actually spent quite a bit of money at focused on not fixing the problem but kind of ignoring the problem. So keeping reactive dogs just away from other dogs as opposed to teaching reactive dogs to ignore other dogs. But she gets very defensive around other dogs. So that's at the point when we sought out Einstein. We actually tried a lot on our own first after the original training place we went to because we didn't like how they did it. We tried through YouTube videos and different avenues like that, and talking to people, trying ourselves, which did help, and we learned a lot, and she did get better, but we kind of hit a plateau, and we, especially with the Pitbull, we didn't want it to be where we couldn't take her out in public, we couldn't have her around other dogs in the vicinity, and so we wanted to get better because we hit a plateau where she did okay when other dogs were around, but she wasn't quite ignoring them, and so that's kind of what we were looking for. The process for us when we came to Einstein was pretty smooth. We reached out, we were contacted right away by our trainer, and she learned a little bit about Athena. We told her exactly what we were looking for. We sent her some videos of Athena reacting, and she suggested the day train program. So we would drop Athena off one day a week at Einstein and Howell, and she would stay here and learn here for the day, kind of like a doggy daycare. And then we also, after those days, would get a private with our trainer to go over what Athena learned that day and what our essential homework was between the days every week. In addition to that, we also got the unlimited group classes. Process for considering how many dogs there are, even during the day train or in group lessons, things still go really smoothly, and it's kind of surprising because we have other experiences at other places that had less dogs and things were not as smooth. The process, everything with Einstein, changed our life because now we can do things with Athena we couldn't do before. Made the things we want to do with Athena a lot easier. Gabe, my husband, and I like to spend a lot of time in downtown Brighton. Downtown Brighton's pretty dog friendly. A lot of restaurants allow dogs on their patios, so like anything that is outside. Some of the stores even allow dogs in their stores. They have festivals in the summer and there's dogs everywhere, and we wanted to be able to enjoy that with our dog. We like taking her places, we like traveling with her. And it was harder to do when she was so reactive to everything. And even now, we can take her to my parents' house in South Carolina, and they have a dog there, and they've met, and it took them a minute in the beginning to get them used to each other, but we're allowed to bring our dog now down there, and it's okay. We can bring our dog to our aunt's house that has a Pitbull. We can bring our dog to places that have a lot of people, and she does really, really well, and that wouldn't have been possible without Einstein. To anyone looking for help to train their dog, definitely do your research. Find whatever is best for you and best for your dog, and it's going to depend on what specifically you want trained and how you mesh with the company you use. One nice thing about Einstein is they have a lot of different trainers, so hypothetically if we, like Gabe and I and Athena even, didn't mesh with one of them, there's other ones that she could always be placed to work with. Not every company's like that. Like I said, the original place we had gone, they had 3 trainers technically, but they were all always there. So if Athena, which happened, didn't like one of them, it made it really hard to kind of get her to focus and train because she was always apprehensive of that one trainer. So to anyone looking to train their dog, do your research, figure out exactly what you're looking for, and figure out what it's worth to get that, you know, as far as spending goes. Don't let the cost of it scare you away, because when you think about what you're actually getting, especially with Einstein, you get a lot. You get a lot of one-on-one time, you get a lot of communication, you get a lot of group practice, you get a lot of exposure for, in the end, very little cost. Like every penny we spent to get to be able to take Athena with us on trips, have her around other dogs, have her ignore other dogs, was well worth the money. So just do your research.